welcome to the start of my Chicago vlog. So it is Tuesday, March 24th, and today is the day we are leaving for our trip to Chicago. And I'm so like, oh, hey Farty, you wanna say hi? Come here. Come here. Come say hi, buddy. Hey Farty. Come say hi. Really? You got more to say? He's a good boy. So, yes, we're going to Chicago today. Our flight leaves at 4, so because everything with the government partial shutdown, we are planning to get there early because, you know, a lot of people are reporting that the airports are taking longer since TSA is part of DHS, but I mean, it's been reported that our airport is not that bad, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're just kind of doing last minute things. Both James and I were up before 6 today because we were so excited. But we have all of our packing on the dining room table. Here's my luggage and his luggage, and we'll just do some last minute stuff. He has a dentist appointment at 9. So he'll go to that. I'll stay here. I'll finish doing our last minute packing, and then yeah, we're so excited. It's gonna be a good time.
Peering out through splintered sunlight, all the earth she'll gaze upon. When you wake while you lie sleeping, when the working day is done. Through the windy, wild and barren, over mountain pass once more, I would sail the wide blue ocean if it would land me on your shore. Weary eyes, come look upon her. Leave your troubles at her feet. When you're called unto the yonder, sing the joyful chorus sweet. All the earthly flowers are blooming in her everlasting light. 'Tis the time to greet the morning. Come now, step out of the night. Lay me down in heather purple, lay me down in fields of green. She will send the soft rain falling, wash my soul and my body.
Wipe the sleep from your eyes. Quit dreaming now, the sun is on the rise. And by the end of the day, this dusty room will be 1,000 miles away. Once heard it said in a song, best keep to traveling on. Ride 10 deep into town. Another night of setting up and breaking down. And if we leave here tonight, we'll be halfway I'll take the wheel if you start to yawn. Just keep traveling on. Can barely stand on 2 feet. Callous fingers tap my weak and shaky knees. At least I can rest my mind. Find some comfort in those yellow and white lines. They've been there all along. Keep traveling on. Tell me, what is this place? Countless people, but not one familiar face. It's not so bad.
Motor skills are very interesting.
Was he on the phone a lot, Kat?
Hello, good morning. So we are in Chicago. We got here yesterday around 6-ish. We got to our hotel, got checked in, and immediately went to Verilife and then got some food. So last night was a whirlwind. I have some footage that I did insert, but I love Chicago so far. It is gorgeous, and it's like one of those big cities. Like, I've never been to New York, but I've been to like Paris and I've been to London. So I've been to a fewer big cities, and I could so far I could see myself living somewhere like Chicago. I don't know, it just gives great vibes. So we're here today, and it is Wednesday morning around 9 a.m. and I'm gonna go I found a little coffee shop nearby that apparently is pretty good. So I'm gonna go maybe edit a little bit at the coffee shop and just kind of chill out while James goes for his run, and the other people that we're with just recently woke up. So that's kind of the game plan. And then I think we're gonna maybe do some of the smaller museums, like maybe the ice cream museum or the Museum of Illusions today, because I have my tattoo appointment later at 2. So I don't want to get caught up in some big museum or something crazy and then have to leave for my tattoo appointment. So that's what's happening right now. I'm gonna go do some of that and I'll take video, keep you guys updated, and I'm super excited. Oh, I'm wearing my hand-knit Musselburgh hat today and my Lakes cardigan. So yeah. Oh, I might also try to hit up a yarn store today. I think there's a couple in the area kind of near where we are right now. And then I decided Saturday I am going to go to Wool & Co. because the girls are going to perfume convention. I don't really care to go to that. And then James and Lucas, the boys, can go do something together. And then I will trek my way out to Elgin on the metro to go to Wool & Co. So that is something I'm really excited about because I wasn't sure how it would fit into the trip and if it would fit into the trip because it's not within the like immediate city, but I'm excited. So, all right, I'm gonna go get some coffee. I haven't had any this morning. I got dressed and all that, and I will keep everyone updated. Okay guys, I need to introduce you to the newest member of our family. It's Bean. He's so cute. He's our little jellycat pigeon. I don't have a single jellycat. I've never really had a desire to have a jellycat. We went to the store and this pigeon, he spoke to me and now he's ours. His name is Bean. Benjamin when he's feeling formal. And yeah. He's with us now. And next we're going to be going to wander Wicker Park. We're going to do some thrifting before my tattoo appointment.
Soft light falls on quiet sand. You almost leaned in. Shadows move. For me to wander on my own. I'm heading to Yarnify. It opens at noon. So that's what I'm on my way to. It's probably take me about 20 minutes to walk. And then I will keep you guys updated. But we just saw the bean. You can see it in the background there. And I'm going to go check out some yarn while the boys are at a baseball game and the gals are going to do other shopping, but just not yarny shopping. So, hi, dude. Firefly Fiber Arts. So I just got off at Logan Square and I'm looking for yarn for a Darcy cape. I decided that's going to be what I make for myself with yarn that I get here. So I will keep you guys updated. I'm gonna head back to the hotel. I just did some thrifting, got some stuff, and it's getting kind of like dreary and cold and rainy. So I'm gonna go back to the hotel and kind of reset and maybe do a little haul of all the things that I grabbed. All right, team, I'm back from my laundry day and James is on his way back from the Cubs game. I got back and immediately put my pajamas on because it's
cold and like dreary today. It went from like a pretty warm morning to like the weather just changed, which understandable. We are in fact in Chicago. But I wanted to kind of do a little mini haul of the things that I've picked up so far on our trip, between our thrifting adventures as well as some yarny things. So we'll start with yesterday's haul, which the first thing on that we purchased, you might have already seen him, Bean, my pigeon jelly cat, the one and only jelly cat that I have, and the only one and only jelly cat I plan on ever having, unless there's like something that really speaks to me. I don't tend to understand the need to collect stuffed animals. Not really my collective thing, but I love pigeons, always have. I think they're so cool. So getting a pigeon was awesome, and then naming it Bean because we're in Chicago. I mean, well, what else would you name a pigeon you got in Chicago, right? All right, so that's that. And then yesterday we went to Neighborly in the Wicker Park neighborhood. And there we got James a baseball hat that has like a little baby cub on it, and some Cubs gear. Super cute. And then I also got 2 prints. I like to pick up prints wherever I go. I have quite a few at home that I need to get framed, so I'm probably going to do that when I get back. But we got this sketch of Wrigley Field because James is going to the opening, well, he's coming back from the opening day Cubs game. Really excited about that. And then I got this one because I thought it was really pretty, of Lincoln Park Zoo. We haven't gone to Lincoln Park Zoo yet, but that's like one that I actually want to go to. I don't really want to go to the aquarium. The other folks do. I'm like, I could give or take the aquarium, truly. All right, so that was Neighborly. James's book is in there. And then we also went to, I guess, Beefy Lemur Vintage. No, this was at Wana Vintage. We went to Wana Vintage. I think I have the time frames. I think we did Buffalo Exchange first, but this was from Wana Vintage. And it's this cute little denim top with sunflowers embroidered on it. I plan on wearing it open, kind of like a jacket. That's how I do things. Super cute. I'm a big fan of, I'm noticing like the art teacher, 90s art teacher aesthetic, I guess is the vibe. Maybe, who knows, but I got that shirt, and then that's all that's in there. And then at Buffalo Exchange, tote bag, because we got enough stuff to warrant a tote bag. Oh, and also because we spent a certain amount of money, we got to spin the wheel and got a postcard. Cute. There was also like a $5, well, at first I spun it and got the $5 off coupon, but I'm not coming back to Chicago, like, I feel like soon enough to use that. So I was like, let's just get the postcard. It's cute, whatever. All right, things that I got. I got this blazer from Zara because I'm always on the hunt for, and it was only like $30. So I'm always on the hunt for a good blazer for work. It's cute. I like the buttons a lot too. They're very like cutesy wootsy. Always on a good hunt for a blazer. Like I said, I wear them for work a lot, so got that. And then I also, this is a wild card pick for me. Okay, guys, this is something that I genuinely probably never would have picked myself once before, but I got this denim jacket. It has shoulder pads that I will probably cut out because I'm not a shoulder pad girly, but it's like this denim kind of, here, let me put on, like oversized bomber jacket vibes. But I kind of love it. I think it's kind of like 90s, 80s maybe. I don't know. Like I said, absolutely not something I would have ever normally like picked out for myself, but I think I was feeling silly goofy yesterday. I was like, you know what? Let's see. I could dig it. I can dig this look, you know? So there's that. And then I got this skirt, which also kind of a wild card for me, but also kind of feeds into the chaotic art teacher vibe. It was also brand new. And it has all these like kind of deserty, like cowboy motifs on it. So, like I said, plays into a little bit of the like chaotic, like pottery art teacher vibes. And then James got a blazer as well. Nice little wool blazer. So that was yesterday. Like I said, we went to Wicker Park, so a lot of vintage thrifting, kind of vintage shopping over there. And then today we kind of all broke out and did our own thing. So James and Lucas went to the Cubs game. Cassie and Jordan went, I don't know, shopping. I don't really know what they did. And then I was like, I want to go to some yarn stores. So I went on an adventure, started at Yarnify, which is where I got this single mini skein of hand-dyed 100% superwash merino DK weight yarn from the Leading Men Fiber Arts, which the woman told me is a local dyer. I think it's super cute, and I plan on putting it in my sweet shop blanket. So that's my little souvenir skein from this trip. I also got, hold on, it's in my knitting bag because I used it. I got one of those little yarn caddies. So, and it's a little bee one. I love bees. It's one thing you may learn about me eventually. I love bees. So it has a little bees, cute little flowers. So, and then a brown cord. And I got that. And like I said, I've already used it because I'm sitting on the Metro or on the L. Just kind of knitting away, and it has been very useful. So, big fan of that. So that's what I got at Yarnify. After that, I went to Decco Coffee or Decco Cafe or something like that. Very cute. You would have seen footage of it already. I thought it was really cute. I asked the barista what her favorite type of latte was, and she said it was like a honey cinnamon something. And I was like, oh, that sounds good. I'll have that. It was fantastic. Oh, excuse me. It was fantastic. Like 10 out of 10 recommend going to Decco and asking the barista what their favorite thing is, and if she says honey, cinnamon, something or another, get it. All right, after that, I hopped back on the L on the blue line to go to Logan Square to hit up Firefly Fiber Arts. So I had sat at Decco to kind of like game plan how I was going to do things. I planned on going to like maybe 2 other yarn shops today as well, but I like hit my fatigue limit, honestly, after Firefly, because I went to Firefly Fiber Arts. Obviously, look at this cute bag I got. Super adorable. And so, hold on, this is not from Firefly, but so I got stuff to make a Darcy cape by Lynette. So I got 6 skeins of the Woolfolk Fleck. In this kind of creamy tan colorway. What is it? F2. So my plan is to just hold this on its own to make the Darcy cape. I think the Darcy cape calls for a fingering and a lace to make a DK. I don't like utilizing like mohairs and stuff, so I was going to do like an alpaca, but then I saw this and I was like, I would love a cape in this. And it is the same gauge as the combo that it needs to be. And so I was like, let's do it. And I've wanted to work with, I've heard of Woolfolk, and I wanted to try their yarn. So I figured great opportunity. It's soft. I do like it quite a bit, and I think it'll make a great cape. My size did need, I think the math that they did in the yarn store was like 8 skeins, but that would have made like the cape is supposed to be long. And I don't like super long stuff. Like I'd want to crop it. So I was like 6 skeins is probably safe. Worst case scenario, I just email them and have some shipped to me if I need to in the same dye lot. We'll see. After that, I was planning on going straight from Firefly to another yarn store, but then I was like, oh, I'm in Logan Square, which I know has a lot of good like vintage and thrift shops. So I had just like kind of wandered, and I saw this one shop, and I went in, and it was really cute. And the first thing I like picked up, I was like, I need this. So I went to, oh gosh, what was it called? Vintage Frills. And I got, first of all, this vintage Levi's blazer. Super cute. This will be like a great one for the fall. It also has shoulder pads. I don't think I can remove these ones though, because it's like they're like sewn in the lining. So I'd have to cut the lining and re-sew it. And I'm not a sewist yet. So I'll have to wear it with the shoulder pads until I become a sewist. But I like it a lot. Like I tried it, like I was a little bit worried it wasn't going to fit, because it was like technically, I think they had it listed as like a small medium. I put it on and I was like, oh, it fits fantastically. Like, cause I have issues with shoulders. Oops, sorry if I'm like hitting my mic. I have issues with like the shoulders always being too tight, and maybe it's because it is, you know, vintage, so it's a used garment. It's already been kind of stretched out, but it fits exactly how I want blazers to fit me, and everything that you can purchase now for blazers is like way oversized. So I can't button it, but that doesn't matter because I don't really button my blazers anyways. So super excited about that. And then I also got this dress. It's like a cape dress from a brand, Anthony Richards. So the thing about this is it is 100% polyester, which I don't love, but it fit pretty well, and I thought it looked pretty cute, and I think it would be like a good work dress. And then also it was in like the neutrals room, which was buy one get one half off if you got anything from the neutrals room, and I grabbed another thing. So this would have been like what, $30 I think. So grabbed that. And this is the other item I got from the neutrals room, which is this button-up shirt with like roses on it. And I loved it. It's like a super wide fit in the sleeves, which I love. And it has this like fun like polka dot sheer to it. Super cute. I'm happy about it, excited about it. I think it will be a great work shirt. So I got those from Vintage Frills. And then the last place that I went was Lost Girls Chicago, because that was one that had been recommended to me a couple times by my ChatGPT, and I wanted to go yesterday when we were kind of doing more of like the thrifting vintage shopping, but it just didn't work out. But I did go today because it was right next to the L station that I was getting on. And I found this gorgeous dress that I wound up purchasing. It's 70s dress. I'll insert a video of me trying it on, but it didn't have any tags on it, and it makes me think it's handmade because the material feels like quality material, and there's literally not a single tag on it, so it makes me think that maybe this was handmade by someone. Yeah, I mean, it's great quality, I think. But yeah, no, the person even looked, and we could not find a single tag. And like, I don't know if this... Are there any other like sewists out there that could tell me, like, is this something that you would really only see like on handmade garments? Like, it looks like it was really like roughly cut in a way that like a machine made garment wouldn't have been. So whether or not it's handmade, I still think it's super cute, and I'm really glad that I grabbed this. So that is my fun little haul from today. Like I said, I was just kind of wandering on my own all day, which no big deal. Like, I'm not upset about it or anything. I don't mind wandering on my own in cities. I have lived in big cities before where I literally knew like 2 people, and one of them was my boss. Like, you know. So I didn't mind wandering, and I think I had a great time. Got some good stuff, some good little goodies. But yep, James is on his way back now. He should be back soon, and then I don't know, maybe we'll just like chill and then figure out dinner. I mean, it's 4, so I'd like to eat dinner soon. Eating late has really like messed me up on this trip so far. So if I can eat earlier, that's more ideal for me. So I'll see what James and the others want to do, but I would be down even if it's just like me and James to go get some food. So that is that. I'm going to chill a little bit more now, wait for him to get back and kind of see what he wants to do. Maybe watch some TV. We'll see. Started watching Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt last night again. Forgot how good that show is. And I just kind of wanted something like light, funny that I didn't have to pay too much attention to. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I will continue to keep you updated because we literally still have 2 more full days, one of which I will be going to Wool & Co. And then Sunday, I mean, honestly, Sunday our flight isn't till 5:40. So we pretty much have a full day Sunday as well. So we'll see what happens, but great chatting, friends. Mostly I did not want to go out to dinner tonight, so we got some deep dish pizza from Lou Mulrati's. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. It looks really good. All right. Hello, good morning. It is Friday. Yeah, no, it's Friday, right? Yes. It is Friday. It's the 27th, and we are on our 3rd full day. Yes, 3rd full day in Chicago. Today, I think we're doing, well, I know, first thing we're going to the zoo this morning. I'm very excited about that. I like a zoo. I like also that it's a free zoo. So yesterday was like a nice, beautiful day outside. Today, it is freezing. So it rained yesterday, which I think led to this cold front. So it is super cold. It's like in the 30s, but like all the weather apps are like wind chill makes it feel like it's like 15. So I got my Rosie sweater on. I'll be wearing a scarf, probably a hat. You know, I'm gonna cozy up, get it really nice and warm, but I'm excited. We're gonna start going to, I think, Sawada Bakery first, and then we'll go to the zoo, and then we'll go from there. I know the others want to go to the aquarium. I don't really care to go to the aquarium, so if they do that, I might go wander and do something else. But I know they also want to go to the Field Museum, so if that is what they choose to do, I am going to go there because I love a natural history museum. I just something about I don't like the ocean. I don't like water. I think I'm learning this about myself. Like, I don't care to do anything that has to do with water. Like, I don't want to go look at a bunch of fish in a tank. Like, it's just not interesting to me. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing this morning. It's like 9 now. We're planning to meet downstairs at 9:30. James is doing his run right now. Once he's done with his run, he'll quickly shower, and then we will meet everyone downstairs. I think they want to Uber to the breakfast place we're going. So, I love walking, personally. Like, I love walking, taking the public transit. Like, I do not like Ubering. Even when it was raining, and, like, Ella was telling me, like, best to Uber to this location. I was like, no, I'm going to take the public transit. I just don't think, I think it's stupid to Uber. I don't know. There's, like, all this, like, affordable and, like, free ways of getting around. Why would you? And it's a great way to see the city. I think it's easier and it's more fun to see the city walking it than it is taking an Uber. So, but yeah, that's the plan. I will obviously keep you guys updated, take you guys along on that journey, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm excited for the zoo. So.
Wipe the sleep from your eyes. Quit dreaming now, the sun is on the rise. And by the end of the day, this dusty room will be 1,000 miles away. Once heard it said in a song, best keep to traveling on. Ride 10 deep into town. Another night of setting up and breaking down. And if we leave here tonight, we'll be halfway to Barstow by daylight. I'll take the wheel if you start to yawn. Just keep to traveling on. Can barely stand on 2 feet. Callous fingers tap my weak and shaky knees. At least I can rest my mind. Find some comfort in those yellow and white lines. They've been there all along. Keep to traveling on. Tell me, what is this place? Countless people, but not one familiar face. It's not so bad, I suppose. Starting over every time I change my clothes. Even here I'm all but gone. Best keep.
Oh my goodness. I love you. Yes. Hi. Alright guys, I am on a solo adventure today on my way to Wollongong. It is so cold today. It's like 29 degrees. I'm freezing. So I'm going to get myself a coffee and then I'm gonna hop on the metro to Elgin to go to Wollongong. Also, while I hope you can hear me, I'm using my AirPods and not my mic right now because I'm just wandering. But while you can like kind of, I still don't feel as weird doing this, I'm wearing all of my headnets in my Sophie scarf that I did that was like really big. I'm wearing my grow hat and I have penny gloves on and the Anna Cortez pullover under my jacket. And It's great. I love it. I love being able to wear my knits.
Soft light falls on quiet sand. You almost leaned in. Shadows move, skin to skin. Something unspoken. Will you live?
Hey guys, so I am back at my hotel for a quick reset. I took the metro out to Elgin to go to Wool & Co. And I just got back, so I took the metro out. I caught the 8:30 a.m. train, and then I Ubered to Wool & Co. from the metro stop. I wanted to go to the store. It was a classic case of this is something that I really, really wanted to do. James and his friend Lucas were out wandering, exploring, having a boys' day. Cassie and Jordan went to a perfume convention. So I could have wandered with the boys, but I was like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to go to Wool & Co., which was such a journey that I didn't want to drag anyone else on. So I did it. I left at 8, so I got on the 8:30 a.m. metro, which means I left our hotel, I think I left around 7:45. I walked there, which took about 20 minutes, and then I got a coffee at Dark Matter Coffee, which is really good. I enjoyed it, and a little breakfast taco because I needed to eat something. Oh, let me go get my other coffee. So I went to Dark Matter Coffee, got a coffee and a little breakfast taco, and then I hopped on the train. It was probably about an hour and 45-ish minutes to Elgin. So once I got to Elgin, it was like 9:45. I think it was actually more hour 15 because if the train left at 8:30. Yeah, because I got to Wool & Co. about 10:15-ish because they opened at 10. But I took an Uber from the Elgin train, like the Elgin metro stop, and went to Wool & Co. and had a little wander. And then I immediately, once I finished my wander at Wool & Co., I made it back for the next train. So I guess on the weekends, it runs every 2 hours. So I timed my wander well enough. I wasn't forcing myself to make it back in time, but I really didn't need more than, an hour-ish to wander and decide what I was going to get. So I made it back for the 11:55 metro train. Really awesome. I had the same Uber driver back. I don't know if there's just really only one, or I took a Lyft. There's like one Lyft driver in Elgin, Illinois, but I had the same one to Wool & Co. and the same one back from Wool & Co. So once I got back to the city, I just took a quick I walked back to the hotel. I went to Goodess and the Baker. Great, really good food. The latte is awesome. I think I got like the toffee one, something like that, but really enjoyed it. And so now I'm taking a little break before I go get some donuts because I'm craving a little sweet treat. I haven't eaten a lot here because I had some like bad experiences the first 2 nights, and not like the food was not bad, but we ate really late and it made me feel super sick the first night. And then the second night we ate later again, and the meal was fantastic. We went to Gibson's. It was great, but I had some like really bad acid reflux, so I had like not a great sleep. So I've been trying to eat like on the lighter, like healthier side, so I haven't had a lot of treats, and I love a little treat. I'm a little treat girl. So I'm gonna go to Stan's Donuts, I think, and get myself a donut or two, and then maybe some popcorn, because I think I read somewhere that like popcorn's like a big thing here. So I was thinking that might be my next move after this, and then eventually I'll meet back up with James. We might go to the Museum of Illusions or the Museum of Ice Cream. We'll see. But what you all are here for is the lovely, lovely Wool & Co. haul. So let's dive into that. Okay. First of all, their bag is so cute. I love it. It says Happy Knitting on this side. I think they should make tote bags of this, because they didn't have any like tote or like project bags like branded for them. And I really wanted one to take home with me, but this will do, I guess. So I went to Wool & Co. to just kind of wander and see what they had, because I know they have a lot of, they're like the largest provider of yarn pretty much, I feel like, in the US. Like they have so many brands. I know they carry like every type of Cascade. I really wanted to feel the Cascade 220 because I want to make a sweet shop blanket, and I've gotten quite a bit of minis for my sweet shop blanket, so I want to start knitting it. But I want to find, for my like main color, the cream, I want it to be affordable, because I'm not out here trying to, because I want to do the throw, the really big like 99 square one, and I'm not out here trying to spend, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on yarn for a blanket, because it's already going to be a large purchase, since 99 squares needs 990 grams of yarn. So let's dive into, but I wanted to feel it. So pretty much that, the story was I wanted to feel it, so when I'm ready to like pull the trigger and buy 990 grams of yarn, I know what I want. And I took a picture. I think I'm going to do the Cascade Superwash just so that it like blends, because I think most of the stuff I have for the blanket is superwash, but if I accidentally like wash it, the main color is going to be fine. So that is, I took a picture of it. I did not purchase that. But that was top tier. And then I was able to like touch and squitch so many yarns I haven't heard of before, or I've heard of, but I've never seen in person. A lot of them I'm adding to my list. Like I'd love to knit with the Juniper Moon Farms. Some of the stuff that I got, I like touched from them and squished from them was so soft. But you're not here to hear about what I decided to touch. You're here to know what I got. So let's dive in. The first thing I grabbed was this mini skein from Hedgehog Fibers. I wanted to get something from Hedgehog Fibers because everyone loves it so much, but I'm not necessarily like the biggest fan of their their colors are bright and super variegated, but I saw they had a wall of mini skeins and I was like, this is perfect. So I picked up this one. Let's see. Yeah, get rid of my face and this little mini skein of beautiful colors. It's called Plume is the colorway, and it's a sock mini. So it's the 90% merino, 10% nylon sock base, and I'm excited to put this into my little sweet shop blanket. I have a mixture of solids and variegated colors that I want to put into my blanket. My thing is like, I'm going into my sweet shop. It's not like there's no plan to it. It's literally just going to be me like adding a bunch of mini squares together and hoping that it looks good. So that was the first thing I grabbed in the store while I kind of perused and wandered and felt a bunch of stuff, because I was there on a mission to get yarn for James to make him a Lakes cardigan, because I know the fit of the Lakes cardigan he likes, and I'm ready to actually make him a sweater that he will be able to wear, that fits him, because I have failed every single time. So I went in with the mindset of getting a sweater's quantity for him to make him a Lakes cardigan. I knew how much I needed based off of my cardigan. I knew kind of the fit. The only difference I think I'm gonna do with his lace cardigan is I'm gonna add a few more back German short rows to the upper back because he does not like how low the neckline sits on my version. It doesn't bother me as much, but he sees it and he's like, I hate this. So he like sees it on me. He's like, this is horrible. So I'm gonna add a couple more short rows for sure. All right, so now let me show you what I did pick up for him. So I got the Blue Sky Fibers wool stock in the colorway Wild Time. So I sent a picture to him because I was like, is this a color that you like? And he's like, I like it a lot, like 4 out of 5 love. And I was like, perfect. It is this like green, it's a lot deeper of a green than it's coming across on camera, with like these blue flecks and like different types of green flecked throughout. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and I like how it feels and I think he's going to like it. Like it's still woolly, but it's like a soft woolly, so I don't think it's going to be something that he's going to be like upset with it touching his skin. And I anticipate this being kind of like a sweater he can wear to the office as like a cardigan to wear over work clothes and that kind of stuff. Because this is a worsted weight yarn, it matched. I know that technically the Noro Madara is an Aran weight, but the stitch count for this and the Noro was like 1 stitch off for the gauge. So I figured this would be fine to kind of replace the Noro Madara, which is what I used in my lace cardigan. And then I needed a lace weight to hold with it. I don't like mohair. I don't like the fluff. I don't think he would like the fluff of mohair. I think it would actually drive him bananas. So I was on the hunt for a lace weight. They did have the Isair Alpaca one, which is what I used in my lace cardigan. But none of the colors really seemed like they would be a good color match for this wool stock. So I went up to the lovely people and I was like, okay, I don't like mohair. I don't like fluff. I need a lace weight though that I can hold with this. That's not a mohair or a fluff. And they had a couple in the back that they thought would probably work. I was like, I know I want it similar to the alpaca one, but the alpaca one doesn't have a color that would work well with this. So they went in the back and they pulled a couple options. Well, we looked on the little iPad or whatever, and they pulled a couple options from the back for me. And I wound up going with the Pasquale Alpaca Lace in this green color, which is color 37. And I think it is going to work so well with this green. It's going to, I think, pull out a bit of the green in the main yarn. So I'm very excited for that, for James. I'm hoping to get started on it. And this alpaca is so soft. It is 100% baby alpaca. Yeah, 100% baby alpaca wool. I'm like, this is so soft. I think it's going to complement this wool stock like so well as well. So super excited about this. I'm probably gonna cast it on when I get home because it's like, I don't know, my lace cardigan knit up so quickly. It was such a dopamine hit for me. Like it was like a 3-week project. So I'm excited for another dopamine hit, even though my current whip that I have on the needles that I brought with me, which is my Ophelia Blouse, is going so much faster than I anticipated it will. Granted, I did get quite a bit of knitting done today on the train, but I have one more waist shaping decrease before I start to increase for the hips, which is like crazy because I was anticipating this shirt would be taking me forever to knit. Granted, I still have to do the lace edging and the sleeves, and I'm doing long sleeves for mine, but we'll see. The thing is, this is not all that I got at Wool & Co. So I'm going to show you the rest of what I got. I also got one skein of La Biena May in their Merino DK in the colorway Jinju. And it's just like gorgeous, like purpley, pinky, creamy gray color. And my plan with this is to make a poet scarf by Sari Nordland. So I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be a gorgeous poet scarf. I wonder if you can hear the sirens. You know, I'm in a big city. Forgot how often you hear sirens in a big city. It's been a very hot minute since I've like been in a large city for a pretty extended period of time. So, because the last time I went to a big city was London a couple of years in 2023, and we were only there for 2 nights. So it wasn't like, didn't really get the feel. And then prior to that, I think it was when I lived in Paris, and that was a different experience. But anyways, so I got the La Bien-Aimée, and I'm really excited to try it because I know it's like definitely a luxury yarn, but a lot of people, you know, like it. And their colors were they were gorgeous, like pastel muted colors. And I was like, I loved so much of that. Like, I was like, I'd love to make a garment out of this, but it would be such a pricey, like luxurious garment. And I was like, not right now. I've already spent quite a bit of money this trip. I'm trying not to spend much more. This was like my last big hurrah on this trip. So I also didn't have as much space, and I know that I can order all of this on the website. So that was the other thing. I was like, I know that I wanted to leave with some stuff because I like had things that I came here like wanting to purchase and that I would like to cast on soon. But I also know that like places like Wool & Co, I now know kind of what I've liked. I've touched a lot of the stuff. I kind of get a better feel for like the yarns in person. So I'll be able to better purchase online. The colors, I think it's going to be a little bit different because like I don't know if this green comes across as the green that it does in pictures online. Like in person, it's just so deep and rich, but I know it's not coming across that way on the camera. So, but it was really awesome to be able to go in and touch quite a bit of those. All right, and then the last thing I grabbed, because everyone is knitting with these right now, and I don't knit socks. I haven't knit a set of socks yet. I want to, but I got a Zauberball. And I'm really excited about this because it just looks so cool. Like the concept really is cool. So I got the, I cannot read German, but I think it's Aldebaran is the colorway. But it's this fun, goofy, silly thing. And this is what it will knit up as, if you can see that. So I'm really excited about this. It's going to be really fun. But I enjoyed going to Wool & Co. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad to be back in the city though, because I was a little bit stressed about the whole 2 hours in between trains. Like I just caught the last train. So I was a little bit stressed about that, but I'm glad that I did catch it and I didn't have to wait another 2 hours in Elgin where there wasn't really a lot to do. I could have just gone back to Wool & Co. and be like, hey, can I sit and knit with these? There were some people like sitting and knitting in the back corner. And I was like, can I sit and knit with you? Because I have 2 hours until the next train. But I had a good time. I'm so happy that I got all that yarn, and I'm excited to get home and knit with it and to figure out how to fit it into my suitcase. It's probably all going to go in my carry-on, if I'm being honest, because I also have a lot of my thrifty finds, and I think those are going to put my suitcase at its weight limit. So we leave tomorrow, so there might not be a lot more. We're going to go to the Field Museum tomorrow before our flight. Our flight's at 5:40. So we're gonna see if the hotel can kind of hold our luggage while we go to the Field Museum, and then we can go to the airport and head home. I've really enjoyed my time here. I can absolutely see myself like having to come back, and I know we will come back to Chicago. I'm really enjoying it, but I probably won't do any more chatty sit-down sessions while in Chicago. But I will do a little wrap up once I'm home, and I will do a comprehensive haul in my next podcast episode. So instead of watching through, for anyone who doesn't want to like sift through to see all the yarn, I will do it all in my podcast episode in an acquisitions section. But yeah, I'm gonna go charge my phone because it's almost dying and see what James is up to.